Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of No More Yes Girls, where we, your hosts, Vivian and Vianney, talk about our healing journeys. Hello, hello.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2026.
Yes. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Uh, I'm so excited for this new year. A lot
Yes.
of transitioning and changes are taking place, and I'm just all for it.
hmm Excited for what's to come.
Yes, this episode is kind of a special one because it's been in the back of my mind for a while. And I just started posting this on our social media pages and it started blowing up. I'm talking about over 500,000 views on our social media because of one single post.
Yeah.
And the post that I want to talk about and dive deeper in and having a deep conversation about it too, because I feel like so many of us can relate to it. It's just the sentence just keeps coming back to me. And it's only first gen kids know why Mexico feels like grief and healing at the same time.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Porque no somos ni de aquí ni de allá.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's how it feels like sometimes.
yeah, yeah. But yes, I feel like a lot of us can really relate to this because
Yeah.
there is a lot of us who are first generation here who grew up with Hispanic parents, who immigrated here, and we just had to figure it out, but we always tried to keep their culture alive or the culture alive, but also trying to fit in within the US. I feel like growing up, Mexico doesn't really just feel like a place, it feels more like a memory every time I would go back. I don't know how you feel.
Yep. Every single time. It's the same thing. Every
Yeah.
single time.
So do I. Like I think I even mentioned this the last time I went to Mexico. I think I even told you, I was like, oh my gosh, cada vez que me atrepo el avión and I'm just like aterrizando en Mexico, I just feel like all my stress
Yeah.
and everything just
Yes. No,
me
yo bajando del avión, that smell of smog. Oh my goodness. I'm like, oh, we're in Mexico.
so
So
bad. It's
different.
just the
Yeah,
smog.
it's bad. No, it's bad, pero sabes qué? Your stress goes
But yeah,
away. It's
it's
insane.
true. It's so
Yeah.
true. It's so true. Like we're here living, I don't know if you feel this way too, but here it's like you're living in survival mode
Yep.
24/7. But the moment we just go back to Mexico, it's like, I can breathe again. Ahora sí
Yeah.
ya puedo
Yeah.
desestresarme, ya estoy más alivianada. Like it's just, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a feeling, it's an unexplainable feeling that I know a lot of us can relate to.
hmm Yeah. It's just and even when you have to come back,
So
you start
sad. Yeah.
stressing. You
Yeah.
start thinking, oh shoot, ahora, I have to go back and then have to make sure this is paid and then this is that and then I have to buy food and then I have to and you start like, you start stressing out and you just don't even back yet.
Yeah.
Well, at least I do.
Yeah. No,
And yeah, it's different. And it could be many people could say, oh, it's like when you go on vacation and because you're on vacation and you don't need to buy this or you don't need to take care of this, you're just there and then you come back to reality. Yeah, but it's a different feeling.
yeah.
It's a different feeling because it's not that you're on vacation, at least for me. It's not that I'm on vacation. It's that I feel at home.
Hmm.
Like I don't feel like I'm on vacation. It's literally my second home.
Yeah.
And so I'm there and it's just, yeah. And my kids feel the same
Mhm.
way, and it's like we're here and they're like, when are we gonna go back again? And we're over there, they're like, we don't want to go home. And it's like, okay. And so, it feels like a second home. Like it feels there, it's like there's memories there.
Yeah.
Like our roots are there.
Yeah.
Like I've been going since I was young. So we've been going
Yeah.
since we were young. I
It's
mean,
for
we had
sure.
our grandmother over there. I still saw my great grandfather. A lot of the family, our grandparents lived over there.
Mhm.
You know, we still have family over there. Now my kids have family over there. And so for us, it's like we've always been back and forth, and you know, it's a blessing.
I figured we can also I want to share some of these comments too because I feel like just so many of us can relate. I didn't realize how many of us can relate to this. It wasn't until I posted it, then it was the comments and everything just came flooding in. I wanted to read some of these comments because it's what first gen feels like, I feel.
Hmm.
And I feel like we can just talk about some of these and really reflect on like, hey, you know what? We can exist. We can exist in both countries. And what a
Hmm.
privilege. What a privilege to be existing in two countries. You can
Yeah,
literally be yourself in one country and you can be yourself again in a different country. And um and just being able to speak two languages and being able to connect with other people in both countries, like it's just I find that so beautiful, like it's just so amazing. And but it's funny because back then I never really felt that way. It wasn't until recently I started realizing that hey, it's a privilege.
yeah.
It's a
You
privilege
embrace it. You
to
start to
embrace it.
embracing it.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah.
growing up, like I've always felt, growing up, I always felt like, oh, well, I'm too Mexican for the Americans, or I'm too American for the Mexicans, like the in between. But at the same time, I'm like, wait a minute, that's but that's who I am. Like that's why not embrace both countries? Like, yeah, I can easily try to fit in some American things and I can easily fit in into some of the Mexican things. And just being able to embrace both cultures whenever we want, like that's I find that beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it is now that you put it that way, because I was gonna tell you, I was gonna tell you, well, maybe because you don't spend as much time as I do over there, that you probably don't feel the difference. But when you're over there, you do feel the difference. You're kind of like, oh shoot, I don't fit in. Like you're Spanish, even though like I'm not a no sabo, but you know, your Spanish is still not the
Yeah.
Spanish that, yeah, that they talk over there, like the proper,
Yeah.
you know, Spanish. And here it's like English. I mean, I don't think we have an accent when we speak English, but still, I mean, they just look at you because, you know, you're not white. You do kind of feel like you don't fit in, but you, the way you just put it, I just kind of realized like, you know what, that's true. Why can I not like embrace who I am? This is who I am. And yo no tengo la culpa que, you know,
Yeah.
my parents came over here and I was born here, but I'm able to go back and forth. Like I had no control over that,
Exactly.
you know? And but there is people that want to make you feel like, yeah, you don't fit in, or yeah, you know, stereotype. I got a lot of in Mexico. I
Yeah.
got a lot of people saying, and because I had been told like, oh my God, tú sí sabes limpiar y sabes hacer tortillas. That's a big one. Sí sabes hacer tortillas and sí sabes cocinar. Y nosotros pensamos que las que vienen de allá no saben hacer nada. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you think
Yeah.
that because I'm born here, I don't know how to do anything?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they thought like I had a maid here. Like I don't, I honestly don't know.
I
But
think
yeah, it's so different
yeah.
because they do have people over there that help. They have, you know, people to come and help clean the houses.
Hmm.
You know, that is over there, that is normalized,
Yeah.
you know, anybody. Y aquí no. But yet I go over there and it's like, oh yeah, you probably don't know how to do anything. And it's like, no, I do, but it's just it's different.
No, I never really cared what people said.
No, 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 no. I'm saying no because I
But
was,
I would hear it too.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
hear it all the time. I mean, up to this day, they're like, "Oh, es que yo no sabía que tú sabías," and it's like, why are you assuming that? Okay, same thing here in the U.S. too. Like I've walked in and I've been to many states here in the U.S. and to the point where I'm the only Latina. And I walk
Mm-hmm.
into a room full of blonde, blue-eyed, or colored-eyed parties or weddings that we've been a part or that I've been a part of. Very just all American, and I'm the only Latina there.
Mm-hmm.
At first, the old me, because I will say, this is also
Yeah.
something that I've embraced. The old me would have feel uncomfortable AF because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm the only Latina, curly haired, dark haired here. Like I don't fit in here. But at the same time, you start talking to all these people and you learn how to navigate, even though you don't, I mean, I don't think I speak, yeah, the professional English,
The
like
proper
the
English.
proper English, perdón, even though I don't speak the proper English, you can still get by. You can
Yeah.
still have a great conversation with people. Y también en español. Like, yeah, I may not speak the proper Spanish, but de todos modos, I've made really good connections over there.
Yeah.
I've made really good friends who are now family over there. And cada ratito ya me están preguntando cuándo vas a venir. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's I just yeah, people are always gonna talk, sea de aquí, sea allá en Mexico, like it just doesn't matter. And again, because I've been transitioning this past year and learning to embrace who I really am, and for me, embracing both cultures has been something big because it's like, yeah, I listen to a lot of American rock bands. But then again, I also listen to a great Mexican rock bands. So it's like
Yeah.
I have the privilege to understand both and honor both and really be a part of it. I don't know. I think it's just amazing. It's amazing to have both and to
Yeah.
actually be able to understand both.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it now. But yeah, back then I used to see it a little different. I used to see it like, oh no, because I used to victimize myself with it. No,
Right.
porque I'm not blonde or I'm not American or I'm not too Mexican enough for them or nah, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I to the point, I really don't care. This is me. Si te caigo bien, great. Si no, pues vaya tú.
And
I'm
you know
gonna
what's
live my life
funny?
the way I want to.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny for me? What I think is so funny that well, obviously I'm born here, I'm raised here. Um, but when I met my husband thought I was Mexican, full blown paisa.
Mm,
Hence to why he calls me La Paisa,
mhm.
which you guys, you can find me under La Paisa on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, La Paisa Faro. So just FYI. He calls me La Paisa. And that is because he said he thought that I was from Mexico, that I wasn't from here. He didn't even know that I spoke English. And I was like, what the? He's like, es que yo pensé que eras paisa. He's like, yo pensé que tú eras como yo, like, whatever. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, yo nunca pensé, dijo, nunca me imaginé que tú supieras hablar inglés. I was like, that is so interesting. And yeah, it's just it's and everybody calls me that now, like
Yeah.
here and there. And a lot of people don't even know my name, but oh, La Paisa, his wife. It's like, okay. And it's true. We need to embrace your both sides of you, because that's who we are. But I want to talk a little bit about how when we get to Mexico, you feel you're grieving it, but yet you feel healed.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think that
Yeah.
for me, when I get to Mexico, because so much has changed, because it's been going back and forth for more than 20 years. It's just getting back. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be completely honest. Every time, because I go to Jalisco, every time that airplane lands in Guadalajara, I cry.
Oh,
Every single time. And at first I didn't understand like my emotion, like why am I so emotionally landing here? But I think it's because so much has changed
yeah.
that it's like the people when I was younger that I used to go visit are no longer there. Don't go back to their homes anymore. I don't see them anymore. But yet I'm still going because now I'm creating those memories with my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I now I remember we would go with my grandma, my grandpa. Now my granddaughter goes with her grandma and her grandpa.
Oh.
So that for me, when the times that we go and we all go as a family all together, that's like me, my kids, and my granddaughter, and to be, so blessed to be able to get to, that generation and say, hey, this is our roots. And for her to know, that's a blessing in itself. So every time I go, I always cry. And when we leave, I cry. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And mind you, I am not from Mexico. Well, now I am, but 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 I was born here. I was born here, so it's like, why do I feel so much? But I think it's that it's grieving the people, our ancestors, and then again, being able, it's healing because you're able to now, do those, or create now memories with your family, for yourself, for your kids. And at the same time, it's like, I'm pretty sure my parents are so proud of us, that we want to go back, that we want to be there, that we continue to constantly, go back to where they're from, to their home.
Yes, I can totally see where you're coming from. Um, I can relate to most of it as well. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's every time I go back también, like it just sucks because I wouldn't be able to see my grandma or grandma, great grandma anymore. Um, ya nomás los recuerdos quedan. And I feel like we grieve for the life our parents left behind and healing the parts of us that finally feel understood again. I feel like going back reminds you of who you come from and who you're becoming. It holds both the ache and the peace. That's how I feel every time I go back to Mexico. It's like you can understand where your parents are coming from and what they had to leave behind in order for them to provide a better life for you or their families. But at the same time, when you go back, it's like, wow, like now I get it. I get it. But now, as we're older and we're now creating those memories back in Mexico, we have the option now to continue to go back and continue creating those memories, continue to stay there for longer if we want to or if we will, and have the privilege to embrace that culture and make memories. If your parents are still here, make memories with your parents like that. Even though we made those memories with our parents when we were kids, now I feel like it's our turn, or at least for me, I feel like now I can embrace it now that my parents are older and we're older and create different, more beautiful memories, I feel. But some of the comments that I wanted to read you guys, like some of them actually it got to me. It really did get to me because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so true. Like, here's one. Somebody wrote, a place we didn't get to grow up, filled with the people we love. A place we get to come to escape the place that made our family have a better life. Sometimes I wish we never left, but realize I wouldn't have what I have if we didn't. It was hard growing up away from the culture and our family, but it was a sacrifice for a better life. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And another person wrote, literally seeing this as I'm currently in Mazamitla, Jalisco. Actually, I've been wanting to go there.
Oh,
Anyhow,
it's beautiful. Continue.
my mom, my mom's hometown, visiting family. It's always so bittersweet, feeling like a life was robbed from me. I could have grown up with my grandparents, my cousins, my aunts. I feel like I could have experienced more joy and peace. Every time I come visit, I feel healed and so much joy, and it's always so gut-wrenching leaving. I am grateful to my mother who to my mother for sacrificing everything for me to have what she believed would have been more opportunities. But it is a painful weight I've carried, causing a confusing sense of identity. It hurts leaving every single time, wishing I can see my family always. I'm like, oh my gosh. When I
Yeah.
was reading these comments, like, I ando chillando, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes, yes. Here's another one. Soon as I step into my grandparents' home, which rest in peace, they aren't here anymore, I get a massive ball in my throat and immediately shed tears. I can't explain why. I know they aren't here anymore. I see where my dad spent 17 years as a child, then leaving all of that behind for a better life. He missed out on a life with his parents, brothers, sisters, for his first son, being my oldest brother. I'll forever be in debt for that move. This is crazy. The feeling of longing my entire life was brutal. Sure, I grew up in the US, but feeling like you don't belong and missing a home you don't know hurts so bad. I'm like, wow.
So, I'm gonna talk a little bit from experience here. I can resonate in a lot of those um, from personal experience because nobody knows my husband is
Yeah,
here on his own. He does have no family here whatsoever, no brothers, no sisters. His parents, everybody's in Mexico, as to why we go so often. But I see it in him.
yeah,
I see in him, the I wish my kids grew up with my our nieces and nephews. Because here we have no my kids have no cousins here.
yeah,
Well, they have one, but I mean he's still a baby. He just turned one. And so my kids are older, right? So I mean, even though they have a cousin now, I mean, it's still there's a big age gap.
yeah,
And so they we go to Mexico, they love it because they have so many cousins their age, and they go back and forth, especially my teenager. And here they don't have that. They don't have that family bond that they could have had if we would have stayed in Mexico when we lived over there. I resonate with it because I see the hurt in my husband.
yeah,
I see it in him. Even though he's never going to say, oh no, I'm fine. It's like, I see it.
yeah.
And I see it and my kids see it, because I mean, they love going over there too. They love being around family. With his family, I guess that sense of having, having that family bond, I guess, like having people around and things like that, which is so different because I mean, as we talked about, you and I mean, we come from divorced parents, so we're just kind of used to, not getting all of us, together.
Mhm.
So we're just kind of like we do our own thing. But when we're over there, my kids see a different
Yeah,
type of family, and so I do resonate with a lot of that, and I feel emotional about it because you know i I get it, I feel it, I see it, I experience it with my husband all the time. And my kids, I mean, my kids are at that point where they're like, why can't we just stay over there?
yeah,
Why can't we just live, here? And we have family here, and over there we have nobody visits us, and stuff like that. And it's like, I get it, and I get it because of my husband, I get it because of my kids,
yeah. No,
so I completely understand
I know.
that way.
I see it with my cuñado too. Every time we go over there or back to his hometown because we've been there. I've been there a couple of times already. He's a totally different person. A
Yeah.
different person, a happier person, I should say.
Hmm.
Like, you can tell like his demeanor is just like more chill, more, I mean, not
Hmm.
that he's not chill here, but pues aquí pues siempre se la pasa trabajando, or he's always like trying to
It's
figure out.
just I feel like you can see he feels complete.
Yeah,
Like you can tell he feels complete.
yeah.
He has his family, he's with his family, and then he has us. So I
Mhm.
think that you can see through, him, that he feels complete.
Yeah,
Where here he can be happy, but he's not complete.
yeah. He just he just looks like a little kid again every time I see him over there. Just so cute. 'Cause I'm like, oh,
Yes,
qué
just don't
cute.
forget don't forget his lentejas.
I know, for real. I know. Si estás
Yeah,
escuchando, cuñado, te debo tus lentejas.
yeah. He's gonna say, ya dijiste, ya
I know,
dijiste, ya
for
todos
real. I know.
escucharon.
Soon, soon.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I also get that grieving and healing through him too, through that side, through my kids as well.
And it's funny because I do also want to talk a little bit about like with my partner, he's second generation here. His mom
Hmm.
was born here, but his mom's parents, so his grandparents, they're from Michoacan. And they, just like my family, they come and go as they please. Se quedan un tiempecito allá in Michoacan, and then they'll come back over here in Chicago for a little bit, and then they'll go back and forth. I mean, that's how our family is like that. And so when he met me, I told him I was like, I tend to go to Mexico at least once or a couple times out of the year. As like it's part of me, it's part of my culture or like my connection to my roots. And I embrace it. I enjoyed going to Mexico and spending time in Mexico throughout and getting to know every state as much as I can and every town as much as I can and just really intake the experience. And so he's been, before he met me, he said the last time he was in Mexico, he was just a kid, maybe 10 years old. And he said he like briefly remembers it, going to his grandparents' ranchito and just spending time there. But now that we've been going, 'cause we've been together for about 5 years now. Now that we've been going these last 5 years, oh my gosh, ya se le hace tarde para regresar.
Especially when we're over there.
Yeah. Se le hace tarde para regresar. Like every time he goes back, he's like, even though I know my mom is not, I mean, she's first gen, she wasn't raised here. But every time I go back, and he'll tell me, every time I go back, it's just, gosh, it's so beautiful. It's like a connection that I've never really had before.
Hmm.
I'm like, I know. His
Yeah.
dad is from Guatemala originally, and he's only been to Guatemala once when he was younger, but now we want to also travel to Guatemala so he can get that experience too as an adult and also get to know his roots because and I told him I was like we need to start embracing where you come from like you what a privilege it is to not only have be second generation Mexican, but you're first generation Guatemalan and learn to embrace all three cultures. Like you can literally embrace being American, being Guatemalteco, being Mexican. Like that is just I find that so beautiful. And so that's where we're working at right now. But yeah, every time we go back, it's like I see it now. Like I también, he's like, wow, I feel so free here. And I'm like, yes, embrace it.
Yeah.
Keep embracing it. Keep embracing it. And he's been to, and he'll tell people, he's like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have known other states or other towns or other places. Like it's just, gosh, Mexico is just so beautiful.
Yeah.
He's an Osavo kid, so we're working on that right now.
Yeah.
I want him to work on his Spanish a little bit more
Yeah.
and hopefully be our goal is to spend much more time in both Mexico and in Guatemala these next couple of years. So stay tuned for our content about that.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so much. It's just, I love Mexico.
I know, me too. I'm so excited because I'm actually going back to Michoacan.
Soon.
Yes, and with my dad for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited for that experience because I was a kid. I was a kid the last time.
Oh yeah.
Not only the last time, I mean, I've been to Michoacan a couple times already, but the last time I actually went with my dad.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to Mexico with my dad when I was, I don't know, a kid.
Well, that's because my dad has never been wanting to go. I try to
Yeah.
take him all the time. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go. I don't
Lately
even
he's been
know.
going back
Well,
to
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
lately
like
now.
because of his
Hmm.
partner. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to show him the ways. It's so funny because he's born and raised in Mexico and I feel like I know more than him.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I feel like that's gonna be an interesting interesting 3 weeks with him being back in Michoacan. So it's not only going to be healing for him, but I think it's also going to be healing for me in a way. And
Yeah.
of course, I'm going to be uploading a bunch of content about that, so stay tuned.
Hmm.
And and who knows, maybe you guys will meet my dad as well.
Yeah, si quiere,
I know. Yeah,
si
I
quiere.
think he will. He most of the time he does what I say. So.
Yeah, he does.
But I tell
Oh
him
my
in a way
goodness.
where I don't know, I just find it funny. Like now, it's so funny how you used to be so scared of your parents. Now you just look at them and be like, ya va a empezar con sus chingaderas.
Oh my
Aplaque su
goodness.
gente porque yo no estoy de humor. And then he just looks at me.
Well, yeah, and then he comes and he tells me, esa siempre dice las cosas, sí, a ella le vale. Like, yeah, dad, you already know. But see, and that's funny. I mean, totally off topic, but that's so funny because I can't talk to my parents like that. I'm just like, oh no, like I can be direct with anybody. It doesn't matter who it is, just not my mom, my dad. That's just my mom, my dad. I'm like, okay, like I'll be more like I'll tell them. It's just I'm very like I sugarcoat everything. But with anybody else, I'm just like, no, this and that. Like I have no like issues with that. But it's funny because you're just like whatever. I'm like, oh my goodness. And my dad comes and tells me, no, esa no tiene miedo a nada. I'm like, no, she doesn't.
No, because it's like I don't know. I guess it's that middle child syndrome. Like I was telling you, like I've always been the in-between kid, so I don't
you
know.
you just say it like it
I
is.
just say it how it is because
Yeah.
it's just I feel like people were always, I don't know, more.
Yeah, because my middle child is the same way. She has no like she'll just come flat out tell you. I'm like, okay, Jesus. Yeah. My husband, he's like, ¿por qué dice las cosas así? I'm like, that's just she just says them. That's just how she is.
So shout out to all the in-between kids.
Yeah.
Feel you. I feel you. But I feel like it's a blessing in disguise because sometimes we do have to, even if who it doesn't matter who they are, they have to listen sometimes or at least hear what we have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Anyhow.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that. And he'll not only heal parts of like my relationship with my dad or vice versa, but it also back into his home state. Now that
Mhm.
we're older. And that's something that I'm so looking forward to. I told him, I was like, ay, papá, me va a tener que lidiar por estas 3 semanas. And then he was just like, he's like, no, tú nos tienes que lidiar.
Mhm.
And it's so cute because you can tell how excited he is to go back también. I actually just talked to him, I think the day before yesterday. And I was like, you voy a estar listo. And then he was just like, he's excited to go back and spend some time over there, but also spend time with us because eventually
Yeah.
I'll be going by myself for the first 2 weeks, and then my partner will join us after. And when he comes, it's we're gonna be doing a lot of exploring. So taking him out to different
Yeah.
pueblitos and different areas, I think would be so much fun and needed.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys, I mean, I'm not sure if it's Pinsan season. You don't know what Pinsan is or Guamuchiles.
Hmm.
Um,
Uh,
that's about I think it's about the season. Um,
oh, maybe, yeah,
de los Guamuchiles or los Pinsanes.
yeah, maybe.
Eat some for me. Ah, ya se me hizo agua la boca. Just thinking about it. The food, I mean, we cannot forget about
Oh yeah.
how much
Mm-mm.
we grieve, but yet it feels so healing.
Yes.
The
Oh
food.
yes. I'm definitely getting some carnitas,
Mhm.
some tacos,
Mhm.
some enchiladas, some uchepos. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. So looking at hasta mi papá también.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Like the
food
first thing
is
I wake up, I want some chilaquiles first thing in the morning,
yeah.
y luego los tacos a medianoche.
Yep.
Just randomly going out and walking to a little. puestecito que tiene either whatever they have going on, whatever it is, I'll just get one of each.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is such a healing country for, or healing for whoever is first gen. If you guys come from other countries, I'm sure you can relate to what we're saying every time you go back to your parents or to your parents or grandparents' home
Home
country,
country.
and hopefully resonate with what we have to say. But I mean, you guys are not alone. You guys are not alone. We're in this together. We're shout out to every first gener who feels this way and who can resonate. And you are not alone. We are here. Again, we'll be uploading more Mexico content too, because I feel like a lot of people have been loving it. Funny, and I think Vivian too, will actually be going to Mexico quite frequently this year.
Hmm.
So I'll be going back to Mexico 2 to 3 times this year, probably, most likely. Um, and for longer periods of time too. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that. And of course, we'll be uploading a bunch of content for you guys and sharing our experiences as well. And you're not alone. You are not alone. And if you want to continue talking about this, make sure to sign up into our membership. We have a free Facebook group membership. All you have to do is just type in your email address and you're in. Again, all of this is linked in our description box below with all the other links to our social medias and email address if you guys also want to emails. But oh my gosh, this year is going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be amazing. The amount of love and appreciation that we have been receiving from you guys is just unconditional. Our social
Yeah.
medias have been growing so much, and I'm honestly in awe. Our podcast has been growing so much. I'm in shock. I'm in shock with how much people can relate to what we have to say or resonate with what we have to say.
And it's not only, and we have literally crossed borders.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now our Spanish, we're starting our Spanish podcast. Well, we're combining the podcast English and Spanish, so we'll have an episode in Spanish, an episode in English.
yeah,
But that was a good that there's no words for
yes,
to describe the feeling of how we ended the year with that Spanish podcast, and so grateful, agradecidos con el apoyo de los que están en México.
sí.
Del corazón, con el corazón en la mano, les agradecemos, por escuchar nuestro podcast, um, y darnos sus opiniones,
Yeah,
um, decirnos qué es lo que piensan, darnos ideas también de lo que deberíamos de hablar. Esa era la meta, es siempre ayudar a la gente, y ahora no nomás la gente anglosajona, sino también la gente mexicana, los latinos. Muchísimas gracias. So thank you so much for everybody, even the ones who speak English, who speak English and Spanish, and
mhm,
they're still listening to both. And we appreciate you
yeah,
guys so much.
yes.
We ended 2025 speechless and started
Honestly,
2026 the same.
honestly, like we're still
Yeah.
processing right now,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, I'm processing.
Yes. So,
But yeah, we are so thankful, so blessed for each and every one of you guys, and who have been supporting us, and leaving comments, and asking us for advice. We appreciate you guys so much
yeah,
from the bottom of our hearts.
yes. How Vivian mentioned, we'll now be doing a episode in English and an episode of Spanish from now on.
Mhm.
So our next episode will be in Spanish. So for all my bilingual peeps, stay tuned for the next episode. Y solamente va a estar en español. It's just gonna be great. It's gonna be great the amount of people that will be helping, not just in one language, but in another. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm excited to what's to come. So again, thank you all so much. We appreciate you as always. Until next time. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.